Coming up on Good Morning Wilmington Live. Wilmington Alliance's Langston Cotman stops by the plaza along with Sold Firm's Nataki Oliver to talk about the upcoming SO.co Summer Art Market. And Executive Director of the HIV Consortium, Tyler Berl, is on the plaza to talk about the consortium's 2022 WOW Gala Auction. Plus, CEO of Jet Phynx Films, Jed Phoenix, stops by with an invitation to the first ever Dirty Popcorn Film Festival. All this and more on DETV.
Good morning, Wilmington. What's going on? I'm your main man, Big Eye, the talk of the town, Mr. DETV, Mr. Positivity, and I'm here with my lovely, lovely co-host,
Vincenza. Good morning, Wilmington, and good morning, Ivan.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful.
We had a little break.
I know, and it was a much needed break. And even though it was just a couple of days,
right,
it was much needed. I'm a firm believer in disconnecting to reconnect stronger. Right. It's like almost like rebooting the computer, right? And we needed that, but I have to say, our guest co-hosts on Monday for Good Morning Wilmington Live, Matt Ford, Kaylin Pride, they did amazing.
Yes,
Thank you so much to the both of you. If you haven't, or if you weren't able to tune in, you could still go watch their show. They did an amazing job. They were able to interview so many wonderful people. I truly enjoy watching the both of them, like their chemistry, the dynamics on camera, they're just so natural.
When I saw the July 4th episode, that was really great, right? And I was, thinking like, damn, like, what should we do? When I saw Monday's episode, I said, damn it, it's done. We're gonna, DETV, they're gonna host their own I'm going back and forth between the names, but they're gonna host their own show, and it might be, I'm thinking calling it Good Evening Wilmington, or Good Evening Delaware, whatever you think their name should be for their own talk show, evening show. Feel free, put it in the chat below. But I'm excited. I'm super excited. They're awesome.
and what I loved most about Matt and Kaylin is that they're like best friends off camera.
Yeah.
I always talk to Matt, I always talk to Kaylin, and they always are sharing with the both of us that they're always there for each other, helping each other, supporting each other. But you can just tell that when they're on camera together, it's like they're just hanging out, having a conversation. And I think that's what makes it most relatable to our viewers, and the authenticity shines. And again, thank you so much, Matt, Kaylin, for holding it down for us.
Right.
So we appreciate the both of you, and I can't wait for their own show.
I know it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
Yes, yeah, definitely make some suggestions on innovative names. We're always looking for the creativity, right? But anyway, let's talk about today's show.
Oh, today's show gonna be awesome.
So we have some amazing guests. I was very excited when I received, and some influencers, celebrities. I mean, we have some really influential people on the show today. I was just super excited when I received the show notes. I was like, wow, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't miss this show. But before we introduce our guests, let's talk about Duffy's Hope Celebrity Basketball Game. I heard it was incredible.
One of the best fundraisers in the state of Delaware, maybe on the East Coast. It was amazing.
I so wish I was able to attend. I had made prior commitments before even finding out about the date of the event, but I was watching and tuning in on DETV. We had all the DETV crew there, and it was so awesome. I was actually able to connect with Million, and he was on the show, and if you remember, but he was also, I believe, a guest celebrity star playing for, which team did he, do you remember what team?
He played for the New School, I think, and I think he dropped about 30 points.
Okay, okay. And I was able to reach out to Million, and he said that he was blown away by the support. He said it was an incredible event. I believe it was his 4th time participating in the game. He loved it, and he can't wait to go back next year. He said it's truly rewarding to see it grow every single year. And I also was able to reach out to Ray. Fame. Ray Hancock. I was reaching out to him about, I'm like, hey, how did you enjoy the event? It looked like it was a great time. He said it was a packed house.
Oh my gosh.
Packed house. It was incredible. So many people from all around came to join played, supported such a great cause. I mean, I saw Congresswoman Lisa Rochester was there.
She opened the show up with me. So yeah, it was awesome. I mean,
love you, Lisa.
Everyone that you could think of was there. You had Congresswoman opened it up. Grouchy hosted it with me.
Grouchy Greg, okay.
Our own Ty from Ty Talks was doing some interviews, some celebrity interviews up top, up in the mezzanine with our guest host we had, Stephanie the Light. So it worked out extremely well. I mean, for a place that hosts 2,700 people, I think they probably sold like close to 3,000 tickets because it was standing room only.
It was at the 76ers Field House.
Chase Field House.
Chase Field House. Okay. So beautiful venue.
Oh my God.
Beautiful venue space. And again, from what I heard, packed house.
Packed house.
Packed house. Well, I can't wait for next year. So if you don't know what Duffy's Hope is, you need to look it up. You need to Google it, you need to follow, and you need to make sure you are there next year for the event, because it was out of this world, amazing. I wish I was there, but I was following on DETV. So if you wanted to get a sneak peek, go to DETV on all of our social media pages, even on YouTube, to be able to follow, see what happened and all the excitement that had happened this past weekend for Duffy's Hope. And an excellent job to all the volunteers, the organizers. Hats off to all of you for a great, successful event.
And make sure you check it out, because there's a lot of celebrity interviews that we did there with a lot of people that were playing. We're coming off the bench over there talking to Grouchy and myself, but and even throughout the crowd. One thing that we really enjoyed was the fact of having not just the celebrities that that are on TV, but the celebrities that are in our community, right? So Ty and Stephanie actually went through the crowd, and they were interviewing all the vendors and letting them get a plug. So that was really like awesome for us as well.
And it's always nice to give these vendors, these participating vendors, an opportunity to showcase why they're here, what they're doing, and you're able to offer them that, so thank you.
It's not an I, it's we. I have an idea, we get it done. So that's what it's all about. It's all about we. That's and speaking of we, who we got today?
All right, so drum roll, please.
My drum sucks.
That's all right. I think it's a great drum roll. We have Langston, Cotman, and Nataki Oliver for SoCo Summer Art Festival. SoCo Night Summer Art Festival.
I can't wait to hear what that's about, because she is dope as hell.
Wait till you see what she is wearing.
I know you was gonna say that. We're gonna need I need a shoe cam.
Yes, a shoe cam, an outfit cam. We need to have like a little, what's that camera that goes around, the 360 view cam? We need that because our guests show.
They be fly.
Yes.
Nataki is fly as it is. And then I remember when she first started, what was it, Nataki, about 6-7 years ago? How long?
She's like, no.
We say? 2019. She should have said, yeah, that's right. So 2019, and to where she's taking creators and artists today is really super dope. So I'm super happy that she's here on the show. Who else we got?
We have Tyler Burl, the executive director of the HIV Consortium.
That's
talk
dope.
about the event coming up, absolutely. And last but not least, my dear friend, Jet Phoenix, owner of Jet Phynx Films.
Oh, he's sick.
Oh, I know.
He's sick with it.
And he's been in the game for a long time. Yeah. I'm so excited to be interviewing him today. So, a great list of guests.
I'm gonna have to get his autograph before we
Yes, that's a good idea. We should.
If you don't know Jet, first of all, if you don't know Jet, you're lacking, right? Because he's a straight artist when it comes to cinematography. You know what I mean? Him and his team are really, really sick. So make sure you check out Jet Phoenix. But I really, really want to talk to him about this Dirty Popcorn Film Festival. That's really going to be sick.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So lots to talk about. Another great show we have for you. So make sure you stay with us. We have to take a quick commercial break, but we'll be right back.
Coming up on the Plaza, Langston, Cotman, and Nataki Oliver.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
Every issue that you care about.
Every issue that I care about.
And every issue that affects our daily lives is impacted by one simple action.
A vote. As the Delaware Voting Rights Coalition,
We stand ready to protect and expand access to voting.
Because our communities deserve a democracy that works for all of us.
learn more and join us at aclu-de.org/DVRC.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interest of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly. Federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
First up on the plaza are two people who have a love for arts and passion for sharing with the community. We have Langston Cotman, the Community Engagement and Programming Coordinator for Wilmington Alliance, as well as Nataki Oliver, the CEO of the Sold Firm. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. So before we jump into this interview, let's talk about Nataki and how fabulous.
Okay, Nataki, stand up. You guys stand up. You guys stand up. Like when you fly, you guys stand up.
Sorry, Langston, give us a moment.
No. She.
Now, first of all, dresses, they don't really come with pockets.
Exactly.
You know what I
I
mean?
had to accentuate the pockets.
Right. Custom piece?
No, actually, it's a designer, Christopher Rogers.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right, girl, go ahead.
All right.
Striking color. Okay, now we can
Now we can start the interview. Okay, welcome again.
Thank
All
you.
right, so what you got going on? Talk to us.
We have an exciting weekend at the Rock Lot, downtown Wilmington. It's called the So Cold Night Art Market. This is the third year I've done this here, and this is getting bigger and bigger. It's a collaboration that I'm working with Wilmington Alliance for like the last 2 years.
Nice.
And it incorporates art, music, food, community, and just love for the arts and small creative, small businesses here in Wilmington.
How did you come up with that idea?
So it was in 2019, I realized there was, other than doing exhibits in the gallery, there were a lot of artists who not only created art, but they had other things that they created as well.
Right.
So there was nothing really here for them to, show those type of things.
Right.
We do have bigger festivals, but it wasn't anything like so cool to have it. So SoCo is So Firm Collective, but I also say it's so cool, SoCo.
Oh, I like that.
Right.
Okay.
And go ahead, sorry. I'm
No,
dive all the way in.
I know, right? Between Ivan and I, we like to interrupt each other, but it's really good because we're so excited to
Right.
talk to our guests. We have so many questions, and as you get talking, questions, it's like
Other
light
stuff
bulbs
come up.
go off,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
Yep.
wait.
Yep.
Oh. But I'm glad that you did mention that, because that also, that helps explain and paint the picture of SoCo. Because when I was looking up what was the sold firm and what was the SoCo Summer Art Market,
Yes.
I was trying to educate myself more about it because I never heard of the event.
Right.
And you said it's your third year.
This is the third year. It actually would have been 2020. 2020 would have been the first year I worked with Wilmington Alliance doing it. Wanted to partner with them. And of course, COVID hit. So we started it last year, but initially it was at DECO and the Constitution Yard in 2019. And it just it's been growing a little bit more and more each year.
And excellent venues.
Yes.
Excellent
Yes,
venues.
absolutely.
So what type of art will be displayed during the event or the market?
This year we have paint on glass. We have, we have abstract. We have an artist who does custom on sneakers and clothes. We also have DJ Hermie Potter. He's going to be spinning. We usually have him during the day. This is the first time we're doing it at night.
At night.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
just a different vibe. Want to give a different vibe.
Right.
So we have 3 that are this year. 3. Go
How
ahead.
did you Wilmington Alliance and
wanna
Soul
talk about
Firm hook up? Because
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
a great partnership.
It is.
No, it's been amazing. So I mean, it started before my time, but again, back in 2020, Laurel Semmelroth, who was head of creative placemaking at the Wilmington Alliance,
Shout out to Laura.
reached out to Nataki, saw the work she was doing, and was like, we have the space, right, to host this. So we've got, 2 outdoor spaces in West Center City. So we've got the Rock Lot on West 8th, and then we've got the 7th and West Park. And I think the idea was like, there's already so much like vibrant culture. There's already so much art in the community. How do we make sure we can purvey that? And how do we make sure that people can get access to art, right? Because people want to buy it. So, right. And it's just working with her this year, so I'm pretty new, but I mean, she's been showing me the ropes, and
She's doing a good job.
and it's been right. I mean, so it's been nice, yeah, for sure.
So you have, just to hearing what you're saying, you have spots around the city.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're focused in West Center City. So we've got spots, like I said, on 7th and West. We've also got 305 West 8th Street, the Rock Lot, and then we have the Artemat that's opening up, which is going to be an indoor space for artists, for education, and that's going to be opening up later this fall. So basically, like I said, the work's already being done by the people, so we want to create spaces where we can make sure that it gets visibility.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. So what are some of the artists that are participating in the art market?
We have,
Or who?
yes, we have Arts by Angelova, Milani Designs, Art Carmel, Charlie Rose Sweets, The Stand DE. It's so many. It's so many. We have so many, and each week, every month we have one. There's different ones coming.
Okay. Right.
So we have wellness, and we have that's not going to be there the next time. We're going to have jewelry next time. So they're moving around. We also have the Wilmington Clothing Company. They're going to be there. They're new. So it's definitely it's a different mix. It's a different mix. But I do want to share. I said I had a little surprise.
Oh, I know. She didn't even tell me before. What is it?
It's not the lottery. It's not the lottery. We still got to work. Damn. So I am experimenting, and I'm bringing a creative space within the experience of the SoCo night. I have a tent. The tent is going to be open to the public to go in, put on protective gear, splatter all over the place.
Oh, nice.
There are going to be small canvases on the wall, and they'll be able to take those with them. Right. So I'm testing it this time.
Okay.
Wow, so that's a hands-on experience.
Interactive, yes.
I love
It's going to be in the
that.
center of the lot with all the vendors around them. So I'm testing that this time. Yeah. See how that goes.
I think it will be successful.
Are you coming?
Oh,
What are you
damn
doing?
right. I'm thinking because one thing that here in Delaware, art, I'm gonna say, has not been like really accepted within the community.
Right.
Like how it is in Philly and how it is in New York, right?
Right.
What do you see here, and why did you bring it, bring your vision
Back.
here?
Okay.
Because you've been moving really hard, and there's been a lot of artists that have been known now because of the Soul Firm.
Right.
What is your mission and why?
So the mission totally was exactly what you said. to bring something here from when I left New York. I left New York in 2009.
Okay.
And the goal was to come back and bring something that has never been done here before, because I've experienced it in New York.
Okay.
And I've seen the vibrancy and what it brings to bring people together through art.
Okay.
So that was the whole goal. It also was the goal to amplify Black artists who were not being amplified here. And they didn't have that space. So the Soul Firm is that space, not only just for Black artists, but I also seen that it needed to be more inclusive to all kinds of artists who weren't seen in bigger spaces.
Right.
So that was the goal.
And for the viewers that just tuned in or are not familiar with the Soul Firm,
yes.
Can you tell them what the Soul Firm is?
Yes, it's an art gallery on the 800 block of Tatnall Street. It has been in service since 2019, but like you said, I've been doing this before the doors open. So 2019 is when I actually opened the doors, and it's an independent art gallery that shows all types of conversations and experiences that artists go through. I'm the curator, so they tell me the vision, and I move forward with it. Like the next exhibit that comes at the end of this month, there's an artist, he's autistic. He's from Brooklyn.
Oh, wow.
This is his first time ever showing his artwork ever.
Right.
So it's called Brick Castles, play off of BK, and we're going to allow him to use the space to become the artist for the first time, like to the public.
Wow.
So I touch on different subjects.
And providing that space.
Providing that space,
to really, to let a new artist,
yes,
or an up and coming artist,
or
shine.
Experienced artist,
right,
yes,
to shine.
Right. Yes.
And that's beautiful. You're able to give them that space
Yes.
to do that.
Yes.
Now, going back to the market, is there still time for artists to submit their work, or it's closed already for that?
For the 13th, which is this weekend, it's closed. The registration is closed, but the vendor portal is still up for the 17th of September and the 27th of October. So they still have time.
Plenty of time.
They got some
Plenty of time. No excuses.
No excuses.
No excuses. Plenty of time to submit. Because I know I have a few friends that are artists. And what I'm not an artist myself, but I have a few friends that are artists, and they are hesitant sometimes to submit or showcase their work. They haven't built that confidence yet. And you're giving new, upcoming artists, as well as experienced, but mainly the new ones, a safe space to showcase.
And feel comfortable.
And feel comfortable. And I think that's what's really important, because building that confidence to be okay with showing your artwork, because sometimes it's hard, because it's a form of expression too.
It is.
Right.
It is.
I think it's also good if you see people like from your neighborhood who look like you, who are doing their art. That can also inspire people to then take a risk, right? We all start somewhere.
Yes.
So I think that's why these markets are important, because I know there are people out there who are already doing the work.
Right.
So I think that would be like one of the other benefits of it for sure.
Love it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I touched on, I asked about the Soul Firm.
Yeah.
But what about Wilmington Alliance?
Yeah,
What
sure.
exactly is that organization?
Absolutely. So Wilmington Alliance has been around since 2019, but it was a merger of two prior Wilmington nonprofits. But basically, we're focused on, I think, equitable economic development and also creative development.
Right.
So I do creative placemaking work, which is basically tapping into pre-existing culture, tapping into spaces, tapping into businesses, and making sure that a community is expressing itself and is also profiting in however you want to define profit, right? Right. So in doing that, I mainly do programming. So we have every Tuesday, we have a drum circle where we go through West African drumming styles. It's a lot of call and response. You don't need any experience, right? And we have people come in from the community who are already doing that work. We do once a month an open mic night with our local rapper Anthem called Outspoken. And what we try to do is make sure that we give space for local artists and then also incorporate local vendors, right? So we have the Wilmington Kitchen Collective that's part of the Wilmington Alliance.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's making sure that, like, you know, money is exchanging hands within the community, and also ideas and art is exchanging hands too.
Yeah. Love it.
That's what
I
we
love
do.
all these organizations.
Just coming together.
Yeah.
Because since I have joined the Good Morning Wilmington crew at DETV, I've had the privilege and honor to be in the space of so many wonderful, influential leaders throughout our community that are not only volunteering but nonprofit, being a part of nonprofits. And just like you mentioned, the Kitchen Collective, Was that Renata?
That was Renata.
That was
Yeah.
one of my first interviews.
Really?
So I
Yeah.
remember
Oh my
that, and
gosh.
it was so moving what she was doing in the community and how she is always partnering with other nonprofits such as yourself, and she's continuing to move forward and progress. And I love that, and that's the beauty of why we're here.
Why we're here.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
But anyway, let's get back to the event because I know we're running out of time. So can you tell tell our viewers how can they attend? Tell us all that information.
Right.
Yep.
You wanna talk right there.
Absolutely.
That's the
Viewers.
community.
Okay, so here's the deal. It's going to be this Saturday at 305 West 8th Street. It's going to be from 7 to 9:30. It's free to enter. Obviously, if you'd like to buy art, it's going to cost some money. We're going to have local food. So we're going to have the stand as well as Charlie Rose Sweets, which I've heard makes delicious sweet and savory treats. Yes. And there's going to be live music from DJ Hermie Potter. And it's just going to be vibes. It's a vibe. So it's a vibe. So I really would, love to see you there.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, look, he's over here telling me like commercial break. Okay, so we got to pay for this thing. All right. I got an idea. Can we partner DETV and Soul Firm and Wilmington Alliance partner? Sure. I want to do a pilot of like, remember Bill Ross, the guy that would paint in front of? Like, I would love to do that here. You know what I mean? So you grab an artist, let us know, and boom, boom, bam.
We're gonna make it happen.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely.
You gonna be Bill Ross?
Yeah,
Hell no. Shoot, I can't know. Look, thank you so much, Nataki. Thank you so much for coming.
Nice to meet you all. Yeah.
All right, make sure you check them out, man, and go to that event. Again, one more time, where's the date and time of the event?
September 13th, 7 to 9:30, 305 West 8th Street.
August 13th.
August 13th.
August 13th.
Right.
August 13th. We'll be right back after this.
That's why you're here.
While they fight about what day it is. All right.
Stay tuned. The HIV Consortium's Tyler Burl is up next.
Hey guys, Shooter here. I'm excited to announce that Jed Phoenix presents the Dirty Popcorn Black Film Festival here at the Delaware Art Museum, August 13th, from 10 to 4. We're gonna have a bunch of films, we're gonna have some panels, some exhibits. It's a daytime party, definitely don't wanna miss. And like I said, we're gonna have plenty of popcorn going around.
We gon' make movies, cameras is rolling, lights, camera, action. We gon' make movies, cameras is rolling, lights, camera, action. We gon' make movies, cameras is rolling, lights, camera, action. We gon' make movies dirty.
As soon as I got here, I just felt the warm embrace of the community, man. Like what y'all got going on is wonderful. And no wonder y'all called the work group, because y'all putting that work in. For real, seriously, y'all getting the work done.
We are committed to creating the best Riverside we can with the community, for the community.
Let DART do the driving. DART First State provides transportation that is clean, safe, reliable, and affordable. Plan your trip and get real-time bus information with the free DART Transit app. Scan your phone to pay your fare with the free DART Pass app. So what are you waiting for? Try transit today. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Every issue that you care about.
Every issue that I care about.
And every issue that affects our daily lives is impacted by one simple action.
A vote. As the Delaware Voting Rights Coalition,
we stand ready to protect and expand access to voting.
Because our communities deserve a democracy that works for all of us.
Learn more and join us at aclu-de.org/DVRC.
Morning, Wilmington, and next up on the plaza. Is it on the plaza? In the plaza.
We're here.
We're here. On the plaza is our guest, Tyler Burl, the Executive Director of the HIV Consortium here in Wilmington, Delaware. Tyler, welcome to the plaza.
Ivan, Vincenza, it's an absolute pleasure to be here. When I heard that Ivan wanted me to be on the TV, I had to say yes. My good friend Ivan, And Vincenzo, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you.
Oh my gosh, thank you. That's so funny you say that. The Ivan, right?
Everyone knows Ivan.
But I have to mention,
yes.
we were chatting before the show started, and we were saying, you know Ivan. He's like, oh my gosh, everybody knows Ivan. But I've had the opportunity to get to know Ivan for the last almost a year now, right? And so humble. So humble, yes.
That's the way we're supposed to
There
be.
is a difference between being confident and cocky. This gentleman right here is humble. You know, so many people, but it's very true, and it's important that I share that because I've had the opportunity to get to know you on another level, even not just in front of the camera.
Outside,
right,
and off the camera because I'm always eating at your restaurant.
Yes.
But anyway, Tyler,
Let's
thank you so much.
Tyler, tell us a little bit about the Delaware HIV Consortium.
Definitely. So the Delaware HIV Consortium was founded in 1991. We just passed our 30th year anniversary.
Okay.
We're one of the oldest and largest AIDS service organizations in the state of Delaware. And you know, we were founded as the heart of the community. It was our responsibility to take those federal dollars for HIV right when this thing was kicking off. It was our responsibility to build the community, hear the community, and then tell the federal government where we need to spend our money for HIV to meet those needs of people living with HIV, those at risk for being infected by HIV. And so that's what we were founded to do. Since then, we've grown, we've expanded, but we've never forgot that community, you know? And so we do a wide swath of things. We do a wide swath of prevention services, HIV testing, counseling, condom distribution, PrEP, navigation. We do and then a wide swath of services for people living with HIV. Case management, housing, hygiene, food, emergency financial assistance. So we're here, soup to nuts, to make sure people are staying safe, staying healthy, and then ultimately moving towards an HIV-free generation.
Right. Now I want to say this, and I want to make sure it comes from you.
Sure.
Right. Because of COVID and everything else overshadowing shadowing HIV, is HIV in Delaware, United States, whatever, is it still a big thing?
It is. And you know, it is an epidemic that we've just passed our 40th year in this epidemic, and it has become a silent epidemic for the most part. You know why that is we're hearing things like discrimination of the LGBTQ community, of the African American community. We're also hearing things like stigma, that, you know what, that, you know, this is a disease of the other. And frankly, HIV is something that touches all of us in one way or the other, you know? And so it's a disease that doesn't get a lot of attention any longer when it should, because of the populations it serves. And we need to address that. We need to come together as a community to elevate these populations that we serve here. It can impact anybody.
And in continuing the conversation.
Right.
Which I feel is really, really important. Now, how long have you been the executive director of the Delaware HIV Consortium?
Sure. You know what? I just passed my 2.5-year mark. I started in March of 2020, 3 days before the state shut down from COVID-19.
Like, why does that date sound so familiar?
It's in my brain. I don't forget that date. So. And you know what, the last 2.5 years has been a struggle like it has been for everybody. But you know what I'm proud of is that we at the consortium and all our AIDS service organizations have never closed our doors. We've never stopped serving people living with HIV and those at the highest risk.
Wow.
And you know what, we chose quickly to get back into the office after the state shut down because we know that the populations that we serve don't necessarily have the resources to pick up the phone and call if they have something in need. We want to be there with our doors open to serve our community. And so if you can just walk in, if you can get off the bus and come see us, we'll be there to serve you.
I like that. I like that. So we got coming up the 17th annual. I was at the 16th annual gala with Matt Ford, right? And Jordan and everybody else. But it was amazing. You know, it was just to see the lives that the consortium impacts and how they help people out was amazing. But just being in the room was awesome. Let's talk about the 17th annual this year. What can people expect this year?
So, so what we're talking about, this is the 17th time we've held this WOW Awards Gala and Auction. And this is an event that is here to celebrate those who have had the largest impact on Delaware's HIV community. So actually, just this year, we're going to give out our 150th WOW Awards.
Nice.
And those are members of the community, they're healthcare community, there are elected officials, they're volunteers who have stepped up and said, you know what, this is something that I care about and I want to put my name on here. And so it is a fundraiser, it's a beautiful dinner, but we also do an auction. And we also do raffles and things like that. But it's really, it's to celebrate the community. It's not to celebrate the consortium. The funds do come for HIV services that we provide, but this is to celebrate the impact that our community is having to elevate that HIV voice. You know?
Right. And now, where are you hosting this event?
Sure. So this event is being held on Friday, August 26th.
Okay.
It's being held at the Brandywine Plaza, which is in off of Neiman's Road in Claymont.
Okay.
It's from 6:30 to 10:30 p.m. It is being hosted by DETV's own Lauren Wilson, who is hosting the event, and we also have Matt Pellman, traffic reporter from 6ABC, who is year in and year out giving our award ceremony out. And so it's a beautiful night. Food's good, we celebrate, we have a good time. People buy some auction items, and we raise some good money for a good cause.
And there's still plenty of tickets available?
Oh, we will make room for anyone. We will add tables.
He said, I will draw you, have Nataki draw you a ticket.
we will make that happen. You know, and this isn't just for people whose lives have been impacted by HIV. This is for the faith-based community. It's for our injection drug community. It's for our mental health community. It's for the arts community, the LGBTQ community. You don't have to feel as though you've had someone living with HIV impact your life to come and celebrate what we're doing here. We're about building community, so everyone should be able to come to this event.
Proceeds for the event, where do the proceeds go?
You know what, most of our funds comes from the federal government, but there's a lot of things, a lot of the services that we know the community needs that isn't something the federal government will pick up.
Okay.
And so all of these dollars that are raised go directly into services for the community. We have a large HIV testing community program. We have a large what's called pre-exposure prophylaxis, which is essentially the birth control for HIV. So if you take it every day, then you'll stay HIV negative. But that's something that the federal government isn't currently funding for us. So we want to be able to expand, grow, and provide services for the community that the community needs. You know, that we want to hear what they say, and we want to provide those services because not everyone's able to do that and step up. You know?
Right, right. And the event will be able to not only raise awareness, but also fundraise to obtain more resources and education for the community. Now let's just go back to the honorees. Were you able to mention any of the honorees?
Sure, we have 5 fantastic honorees this time. I'll just name 2. I don't want, we'll just name 2. The first one that we're providing is a community award for Brandywine Counseling and Community Services. It's their syringe service program. This is a clean needle exchange program. We know that the opioid epidemic is a scourge of Delaware, as it is nationwide, but this is a but the Brandywine Counseling Syringe Service Program goes out and is in the community at 30 locations across the state of Delaware that are able, if you're an injection drug user, you can go exchange a dirty needle for a clean needle.
Wow.
In the 10 years that they've been operating this program, they've given out over 1.5 million clean needles. And think, if this is a disease that is spread through injection drug, and so I can't say that Brandywine Counseling enough. I can't thank Brandywine Counseling enough for stopping another spike in HIV here in Delaware. It's through the work that they're doing. Another award that we're giving out is to Tim Gibbs, who is the executive director of the Medical Society of Delaware. You know what? He has been nothing of a partner and advocate for us in the HIV community, and so they help us incessantly. But one thing that the community doesn't really know is Tim Gibbs, back in the late 80s, started the state's first hospice service for people living with HIV. And so this is something that was created in 1989, and it's something that's largely forgot to the advocacy community here in Delaware, but it's something that we don't want to forget. And so that's why we're going to be honoring him as well, and among many others.
Tim's a great guy.
He is a fantastic guy.
I met Tim, we went to lunch, because he was telling me about everything that he does, and I was like blown away when I first started DETV, and I was just blown away. And so hats off, salute to Tim. He's definitely an awesome guy.
And so you know what? Like I said, the awardees are big and small. Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester was awarded last year. So it's big and small, from a volunteer all the way up to our elected officials, and we don't want to forget those individuals. You know, everyone can have an impact, and that's what we should be that way.
There you go.
Congresswoman Lisa is unstoppable.
She's
really everywhere.
She's everywhere, and she has a heart that allows her to be that way.
Yes.
You know?
Because she operates out of love.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? When you operate out of love, just like the consortium, things are different. It's not about numbers, numbers and like how much money we need to make. It's about the community. You know. So do me a favor, Tyler. Community camera right here. Go ahead and tell them about. You got 30 seconds. Tell them about the event or invite.
Sure. So I welcome everyone who's listening to come participate in our 17th annual WOW Awards. It's being held Friday, August 26th from 6:30 to 10:30 at Brandywine Plaza. Just remember that the funds that we raise through this event in this recognition ceremony goes to help provide services to those 3,700 people living with HIV in Delaware. And we have to realize that this is something that Wilmington should care about, because 25% of all those living with HIV in Delaware are right here in this community.
Wow.
And we as the city of Wilmington need to step up and support those living with HIV, because there are your brothers, your sisters, your friends, your church sister, and the like. So I welcome you to come. I can't thank you enough for this opportunity. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'm hoping we can raise some good dollars here at this event.
No such thing as hope, only do. That's Yoda.
Right. Tyler, good luck with
Thank
the
you,
event,
Vincenzo.
and thank you for being here.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you. Ivan, always.
The Ivan.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a shirt.
The Ivan.
Tyler, look, anytime you got anything going on, please let us know.
I will.
And come back to the plaza and let us know what's happening.
I know DETV is a fantastic partner to us, so I can't thank you guys enough.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Okay, Vincenzo, you ready?
Oh, yes.
Next up, from musical artist to filmmaker, award-winning filmmaker, Jed Phoenix is next up on the plaza here on DETV. Can't wait to talk to him about.
Don't want to miss this one.
Yeah, Dirty Popcorn will be serious. You don't want to miss it. See you in 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 2.
Still to come, Jed Phoenix.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. Storman's Classic Hall of Fame inductees have just reached here. We're going to induct 100 people, and all the conversation around the state is going to come to a halt, because we're going to induct 100 guys and girls on September the 29th at the Chase Center at 6 p.m. Be there. Also, most of these folks participated in Storman's Turkey Drive. It always happens the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Be there, Storman's Classic 100 Basketball Hall of Fame. I'm ready. Woo!
How did DETV start, and how did you get here?
DETV started approximately 10 years ago in the basement of my home. I had an idea to show people of color doing great things, but what happened was I got to the point that I said, I'm gonna just show people all together doing great things. The motto and the moral was to bring people together instead of using media to rip people apart. And doing that, you know, I just did a lot of hard work, a lot of free stuff, a lot of things of just showing people being themselves. I figured that media, and I saw that media wasn't doing that, so I just decided to give it a shot, not knowing that it would bring me to where I am today. I had a great journey doing it, met some amazing people, did some amazing things, worked on some amazing projects, you know, and with just a lot of hard work and a bunch of sacrifice, I'm here today. I done worked on everyone's campaign in the state of Delaware, and now, you know, I'm just doing what I do and doing it with friends. My biggest accomplishment right now would have to be this, hands down, without a doubt. We want to make sure that we inform the community wholeheartedly. So again, they can have all the information that they need. For more information, you can find us at detvch.com. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook under DETV. Be sure to check us out. Tell me what you think.
All right, our last guest this morning is a man doing big things in the community, but also throughout the state, and I would say nationally.
The world.
The world. We'll say the world.
The world.
But not only here in the city of Wilmington, but like you said, around the world.
That's right.
He is here to talk about this upcoming film festival. We have the one and only Jed Phoenix. Hello, Jed.
Hey, thank you guys.
The name alone, man. The name alone
Epic.
just rings.
Epic.
You know, yeah, it's like, no, I'm here. This is what I do.
And if you don't know who Jet Phoenix is, you need to go Google Jet Phoenix.
Right.
But I bet you the entire state already knows who you are, and even outside, even the tri-state area. So, Jet, let's remind everybody, who is Jet Phoenix?
Well, I started off as a music artist 18 years ago and was in the music business, did the music thing, and then took the transition into getting behind the camera. And from there, just working with different artists, from brands to lifestyle shooting, just doing all different types of things. And now I'm here, you know, just now building, but also giving others opportunity to shine. And that's what I'm mainly focusing on right now.
From going from musical artist to cinematographer.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say videographer because it's a difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
It's a huge difference.
Big difference.
But the guy that taught me, he said, you know, a videographer hits record.
Yeah.
A cinematographer, he sets everything
Yeah,
up.
he controls the atmosphere.
Exactly. So going from artist to cinematographer, like what was that that experience like for you?
Oh man, just my whole life I've always been inspired by atmospheres and just the way things look, and I kind of see in composition, like with lines and stuff like that. So transitioning from music artist to the cinematographer, it just felt very natural because I would be able to walk in a room, see exactly, okay, this is where the camera needs to go, this is where the light needs to go, this is where the talent needs to go, and then from there, just finding the perfect camera movement that just told a good story.
Right.
Yeah.
So from, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So from Jet Phoenix to Jet Phynx Films.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for, to talk about, then to go dive into the Dirty Popcorn Black Film Festival. So tell us a little bit more about Jet Phynx Films.
Oh, well, you know, we have a production company. It's also a creative agency where, like I said, we help brands. We do all types of work from music, fashion, to like lifestyle. We dabble in everything with Jet Phynx Films. There's just not one lane for me with that. But now getting into the film festival, which is August 13th, this Saturday, it's now a platform for others and more black creators who might not have an outlet. So I wanted to create that and give these people opportunity to shine with their films.
Excellent.
And the shine, I'm gonna throw this in there. You recently worked on a film with Richard Raw.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh wow, that was amazing. That was, you know, Richard came to me with an idea. He was like, I want to shoot an idea where we look, you know, make an African movie. Can we shoot it in Delaware? And I was like, all right. So we just had to find the right atmospheres, the right place to actually make Delaware look like Africa, and we definitely pulled it off. Arisa Soul is a beautiful short film. It's about 30 minutes long. It's the origin of passage of right. So Richard goes from all these different places to, I don't want to give away the spoiler, what happens at the end. But you made it, actually, the cool thing about that, this whole upcoming weekend, we're starting off with Benny Butcher at the Queen with my business partner. And then we're going to have the film festival that Saturday. And then Richard Raw's showing will be at the Art Museum too on Sunday.
Okay,
so we're
nice
actually,
weekend.
so it's going to be a nice big weekend.
Fun-filled weekend of all these events. Now, this is the first ever Dirty Popcorn Black Film Festival you're hosting.
Yeah.
But tell us about the meaning about Dirty Popcorn, right? It's
I
a
was-
unique
yeah,
name,
yeah.
right?
It
Unique,
damn
it's
sure catches
different,
you.
right? You're like, okay, there's got to be a meaning. So paint the picture.
I mean, it can't. I was sitting in the movie theater one day and I looked down and I saw this popcorn on the ground. And I was like, oh, look at all this dirty popcorn, you know? And I was like, oh, that's a cool name, you know? And just fell in love with that, you know? And when you think of movies, you think of popcorn, and you think of the movie theater, and you think of dirty popcorn, you know?
When people are so into the
movie,
movie,
they're dropping the popcorn,
I
you
got
know?
you.
So it's just like, it's like that moment of just being caught up in, being caught up in it. So it's just, from there, I just wanted to create a storyline. Most people know me, AKA, as the shooter, you know? So I created this image, this brand, this character, and he goes around in the short film Dirty Popcorn. He goes around and he shoots rappers with his camera, and then instead of bullets come out of his camera, popcorn comes out of his camera. So it's like this whole nostalgic, cool, sci-fi, weird, funny thing. It's got all different types of elements to it. So I just created that and just started running with that. So people saw the brand in that. So I just branded Jet Phynx Films with Dirty Popcorn.
And I love the name.
Yeah.
It was catchy right away. When I received my show notes from the producer, and Najee is our producer. Shout out to Najee. She gave me the website and I was looking and I started super stalking Jet, even though I've known Jet for a long time. I started to go down all the YouTube the website, and then it got me to YouTube. But I saw that you have been very busy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, very, very
You don't
busy.
let up.
You don't stop.
Yeah, you don't
let up.
You have been filming for a long time and creating masterpieces and short films and music videos. You've worked with A Million, which we love. He's been on the show before, and I actually was able to watch some of your short films, your music videos, and I love your vision.
Oh, thank you very much.
I have an appreciation for cinematography and whatnot, and even though I'm in front of the camera, I have such an appreciation of what happens behind the scenes and all the work that goes into it and how you create visions. I mean, you're able to, again, doing this for such a long time, I've been fortunate to watch your success, but to see how you have grown. We are very lucky to have you in the state of Delaware.
I agree
I mean, the
wholeheartedly.
talent, the skill set. I mean, we are blown away that right down the street, right? Aren't you?
Your film house is right down the street.
Right down
on
the
Market
street. Right on Market Street. Yes. You know, it was just some things. When we were, a couple years ago, we were doing a lot of work in Atlanta and LA, and a guy came to us and was like, well, what are you doing in Delaware? That's where you're from. And I was like, you know what? I think it's time to come back home, you know? And my brother always said this to me. He's like, you're like playing baseball. He's like, and I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you get up to bat, you know, and you with your career, and he's like, you want to make that hit, you know, and he's like, you hit a home run, but you got to touch all them bases, but make sure you come back home.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was just like, oh, I get it. Come back home, you know, bring it back. So for me, it was just bringing it back here and teaming up with people like Ivan and other production companies to bring a scene here of a film, you know. Grateful for what you guys are doing, because this allows us all to work together in this media world.
Right, thank you. And you have a top-notch, first-class production studio.
Oh, thank you.
What is the website? Let our viewers share the website with our viewers.
It is jetphoenixfilms.com.
There you go. Check out the production studio you have. It's top-notch, first-class, and I know that you can rent out the studio for anything, whether it's filming a podcast or you want to
photography,
social media content or photography,
whatever you need, we pretty much can provide you, or also just help you in the direction of you need some type of visuals.
Nice. Film festival. What are some of the entries people can, you know, that you received so far?
Oh man, film festival, I'm blown away by it, because we had over 162 submissions.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was 162.
On your first film festival?
On our first film festival. Wow. Like, and I sat there and watched every film too. Because, you know, I just didn't want to just like skim, like, all right, you know, I just wanted to get, because I didn't know what I might miss. And I wanted to get the best. So I was like, let me spend 3 days, and I spent going through these films. But we had a bunch of great films. But one of the things that I noticed about the films that were submitted were a lot of trauma visuals. You know, so it made me think about, you know, why are some of these filmmakers making films about trauma, you know, because that's probably affecting their lives. So, you know, with the film festival, I wanted to like kind of have a theme this year and bring more of the trauma video films in the film festival. So when you come to the film festival, you'll see it's going to be about 12 films, and they're all going to be based off of trauma and different things like that, but trauma and comedy, trauma and, you know, different genres. So it'll just have that connection. And then at the end, I will be premiering a film that I've been working on for the last 2 years called Corners. And I will also be premiering the new trailer for Dirty Popcorn, the TV series that we're actually going to start launching next year.
Excellent. Again, nonstop.
Yeah.
So not only are you hosting a film festival, you're creating films to showcase as well, and short films and trailers and.
It's going to be a cool event, because shout out to Iz in the Delaware Art Museum. They also asked me to create some installations. So it's not only just going to be a film, so you're actually going to get to walk in. There's going to be these installations of these I don't want to give away
Don't give
everything.
it away, don't give it
I don't
away.
give away, but
Not
I
yet.
will say one of them. We made a timeline of black filmmakers.
Okay.
All the way from Oscar, who was the first black filmmaker, all the way up to now to like Ryan Coogler and all
Yes.
these guys right now.
Yeah.
And I want to say we're gonna be giving away the first Lifetime Achievement Award to James Samuel. He is the director for Harder They Fall.
Nice.
So he will also be.
Wow.
I don't want to say too much.
Don't say it. Don't give it away. They gotta show up.
You gotta show up.
They
You
gotta
gotta
show up.
Yeah.
Jed, what is your psychology about film? Like every director that I've spoken to, every cinematographer that I've spoken to, their vision and how they see what film can do to human behavior.
Oh man, there's so much I could touch on that. First off, for me, it's about storytelling, the way you storytell, because you can write a script, but it's all about how it impacts people's lives, and then it also how it relates to people. So for me, it's when I approach films and look at things, I'm looking for stuff that's more relatable and something where it's going to inspire, and also goes back to one of my favorite directors, George Lucas. It's about hope, you know, and I look at films as hope. Because you can learn a lot from a film if it's done the right way, you know, and it can inspire you and give you just motivation to go out and do big things in life.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if done the wrong way,
oh yeah,
what
oh yeah, it can do a lot of wrong things in your life, you know. But I do believe the power of the camera is here to help. You know, we live in a world of cameras now. You know, everybody's got a camera on their phone. You can film things with your iPhone nowadays.
Right.
But at the same time, it's about the person behind the camera. It's not necessarily the camera. It's the person, how they think, their mindset,
The
and
vision.
their vision exactly.
Right, and how they tell the story.
Yeah, and how they tell the story. Yep.
Very true, very true.
So we have a lightning round to play with you before we get out of here. All right. All right.
What's
You ready?
this all about? I'm ready to What's this all about?
All right. Best director.
Best director. Ooh, that's tough. I'm just gonna say Spielberg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Best actor.
Best actor, Denzel Washington.
Best crime movie.
Best crime movie. Ooh, crime movie. That's gonna go back to Denzel with Training Day. Yeah.
Best action.
Best action. Wow. Oh, you throwing? There's so many. My head is running through.
Give me top three. Give me three.
Best action. Oh man, I'm more of a sci-fi guy, but action. Wow, like my brain is like going blank because I know so many movies. I would say best action, Pulp Fiction, Casino, Scarface.
Best scene in Pulp Fiction.
Oh, best scene in Pulp Fiction.
Right.
The dancing sequence when they're dancing. Yeah, he's cha-cha, you know what I mean? I mean, the diner scene was classic, you know, like yeah, you know, it didn't, you know, Samuel Jackson, you know, he, I can't say what he be saying, but you know, his language. Yeah, his language, man. Yeah.
Best love scene.
Best love scene. Wow. Oh man, best love scene. Wow. You know what?
They in the control
You know
room
what? This
calling
is
it out.
it's kind of weird because this is not a love movie, but it's about love. It's Fifth Element. There's a moment at the end of Fifth Element, you know, when he has to kiss her and tell her that he loves her, and so she can release this power. And it just was so impactful because the time was ticking, the world was about to smash, and then Chris Tucker's like, "Tell her you love her." You know what I mean? Like, and they're screaming at him, but it was just such of a moment, and it was very tense. So, I mean, like I said, I love sci-fi, so I'm gonna lean towards that.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
Well, I have one. Can I
jump in?
What is your most proudest moment in being a cinematographer?
Oh, wow. Oh, man. There's a lot. I mean, I've done so many things, so it's just like, but I would say this film festival is like really up there right now for me because it's bigger than me now. It's where I can help others and let others shine. So I would say the film festival is definitely up there.
Right. your community camera.
Okay.
Go ahead and tell people about the film festival. Invite them out.
All right. So, guys, first I have to tell you the film festival is sold out. So I have to tell you.
You can watch it on your cell phone.
It's sold out. But thank you. But it's August 13th at the Delaware Art Museum. It's from 10 to 4. Like I said, get there early. It's gonna be red carpet events, all types of things going on. So make sure you check it out. And if not, you can go to the Delaware Art Museum and check out all the films that were submitted.
Jet, it's been an absolute honor.
Oh, it's been
we've been meeting all for our past 10 years.
I know,
now,
right?
and just supporting each other. From I see what you're doing, love what you're doing, keep it up.
This is beautiful.
Thank
you know what I mean? Like, I know where you come from. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both was in the basement at one time. You know what I mean? Now we got this stuff.
That's right.
Yes.
We have this.
Yes,
what's mine is yours.
Yes.
And yours is mine.
For sure.
And brother, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
10 years later.
I know. Right?
On the show and learning more about you and sharing who you are to our audience and the people out there.
Thank you. I really appreciate both of you guys. And y'all both are doing great things.
That's my homie. My sister from another mister right here.
Thank you. Thank you. Jet,
sure.
good luck with the film, the Dirty Popcorn Black Film Festival. Good luck with all the future events. Keep on grinding. Keep on hustling. I know you're unstoppable, and it's been a true pleasure to watch from afar your journey. So.
Thank you very much.
All right. Let's I want to do something a little different.
Oh, what are we doing?
I want to bring everyone back in and give a wave off like they used to do back in the 70s. You know what I mean? So can y'all come in real quick? And while they're coming in and we give our wave off, we want to say thank you to our sponsors, Dart Transit, for really believing in us for this vision. Wi-Fi, Balance, Strength, and Fitness. Thank you so much. We're going to go to the wide. We're the wide. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, we're going to the wide.
We're going to the wide.
Okay.
So what we wanted to say
let's
from
move this
our
out here.
community to you at home, thank you so much for watching. We got it? We cool? Thank you so much for watching. And good morning, Wilmington. We'll see you next Monday.
Yes, goodbye.